Hello everyone and welcome to Panzer Strategy, where I'm back with more Sealion action, or I would if I didn't have a tiny wee bit of a problem. Right, so I actually recorded this a little while ago, the final part of Sealion. I tried to upload that, and then I found out that there was actually a problem with the MP4 file. That problem was caused by a shortage of free disk space. Yes, even nowadays that still happens. I have this strange thing where I save pretty much all my files on an external disk, which is fine because it's 1 terabyte. So I usually don't have any problems, but the problem is that the temporary file, when I've rendered or when I've basically just edited a video, the temporary file gets saved on my C folder. And if I don't have enough disk space for the temporary file on the C disks, basically the recording program, or at least the editing program, acts as if the file is done, even though it's not. So it will just shut down the entire program. Now, if that happens very early in the process, it will be pretty clear that the file is unusable right from the get-go, and basically I will immediately see that there's something wrong with the file. I would remove some stuff from the C partition. It's not partition, but the C disk. Let's just call it like this. And I would do that again. I would just try to make it into an MP4 file again. But because this happened very late in the process, probably in the 95 to 99% completion time, the computer showed me the file as an actual MP4 file. And it kind of claimed that everything was okay until I started wanting to upload it, and YouTube said, well, I don't recognize this at all. This is going to be a problem. And then I figured out that apparently there was something wrong indeed with the file, and I can't get it into any program, or I can't get it to work in any program in order to basically get that footage back. So that was rather unfortunate, because I deleted all the I deleted the original recording, so I couldn't get that back. And because this game has an autosave for practically every single turn that you play, I very frequently, as actually after every mission, I delete all the save files, because it really stacks up. Mission like this generates 20 save files just from the autosave, so that would stack up really quickly, and I delete those continuously after a successful mission. Since I'm already busy with Barbarossa, I already decided to delete all of my Sealion autosave files, which means that I only have a save file from the beginning of Sealion and of the pre-final turn, which is this one, because if you win Sealion, you immediately go to Barbarossa, but if you lose Sealion, at least I think so, you will still go to Greece and then Malta. And I potentially want to show those off, so I made sure that I didn't delete this pre-final save autosave. So I can actually come back from here. I'm obviously not going to replay the entire mission because I lost that footage. So I'm just going to go over quickly what happened and to show off the final cutscene. So pretty much used the Navy to clear out anything out here. There was very little opposition, and I was able to take London. From London, with the units that I have, the artillery did a lot of work. I was able to move forward, and I should be able to get into Northampton here and take that over.
Excellent. We have taken enough Matilda 2 tanks to form a new unit with them.
Which is where you get that Matilda tank. So we got that objective. That's what pretty much happened there. Then over here I had practically just this one unit go into this partisan camp, which I emptied. The rest of these forces, they pretty much just went up here, for example. I have 2 recon units here now. I was able to destroy all these guys with the artillery that I have here, which then afterwards went towards Northampton to clear out the remainder of the units there. But that means that I can pretty much take this and this last hex. And then the forces which came from down here, they followed it up towards the north. And that's also where these units come from. The units that took Portsmouth, they went up here through these woods and made their way towards Gloucester, which is very, very lightly defended. Pretty much the same for Bristol. There's just practically no opposition there. And you should have plenty of time taking that over, even without taking any casualties whatsoever. That's pretty much what happened. There are no extra naval reinforcements coming for the enemy. I didn't switch over all my units because I didn't need to, and I wanted to save some command points. So yeah, that's where we're at. All the objectives will be achieved, and we'll get to look at the cutscene here. Get a golden victory. Do get still quite a nice amount of prestige. We get 400 global bonus for winning now that the UK has fallen and Russia is still not at war with us. So we get a lot. Defeating the UK gives you a 30% modifier over your base prestige. That's where the 300 comes from. Then 100 for the trade with the USSR. Makes a total of 1400. We lost 806, so we still have 594 left. Pretty good. You can see all the stats out here, and we get the Knight's Cross with oak leaves. I will be uploading the first episode of Barbarossa on the same date as I'm uploading this one, because it's not actually a battle. But I just wanted to show this off for a little bit, and to still show off the cutscene for winning this battle. Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to see that, of course, and just see where my prestige comes from, etc. Just showing off what I was doing. And yeah, it's really unfortunate. I'm really unhappy when things like that happen. Should have checked beforehand whether the video was actually working, but you know, sometimes you forget that stuff. It just happens. It sucks, but gotta move on. So let's just see what the Führer has to say about our victory in Britain.
The long-standing confrontation between the Germans and the British has come to an end. The Reich has never reached such greatness as today.
Exactly. That's a rather short video, unfortunately. I do believe, or I'm actually not sure, whether I'm already fiddling a little bit with the experience and prestige points during this episode or in the next one. So I'm just going to go over quickly what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy Blitzkrieg because I really need that. And I might explain that in the next video, but I kind of forgot whether I do that or not. But I will buy Blitzkrieg. Both of them, because I think it's a really good ability. As for my units, I'm gonna upgrade as many of them as possible and also get as much over strength on them as possible, because the amount of command points that I get, I don't want to diminish that too much. We get 7 at the moment, but we also get some free units, such as the Matilda. I got a hero, Rudel, which I will also deploy. Yeah, if we go to buy, we see that we get a free tank here, and I'm gonna switch up a unit with the Panzer Jaeger and things like that. Again, I don't know whether I'm doing that in the next video, but at the very least, now you know where my base prestige come from, the HQ experience, how my units performed, etc. So that's it for this episode. Next up will be Barbarossa. We did take this chunk out of the UK. Not entirely for some reason. Don't really get why. They were already talking in the game that we needed to get some defenses out there. It's a bit weird. Either way, thanks for watching. I hope you will enjoy Operation Barbarossa. And, well, too bad that the footage was lost for this one. But I was still able to show you this, so it's a small relief attempt, I suppose, for my mistake. Yeah, so see you all in Barbarossa, and take care.